How's it going, everyone? This is K Collections. With the start of the Dead Heat Summer Race event, our very own Disciplinary Committee President has made it her mission to maintain and punish those who disrupt public morals. We'll take a look at Lancer Raikou stats, skills, give some CE and team recommendations to see if you should summon second best mom, because we all know Emiya is forever #1. Both her attack and HP stats are towards the middle when compared to the other 4-star Lancers. For attack, it's lower than Lily Alter but higher than Liz. HP is lower than Fionn but higher than Liz, Kyohime, and Lily Alter. Raikou is a buster-focused servant, which limits her NP gains since she only has one art. Her NP gains when using her art's attack is great, and art's quick brave chain will give you about 35% charge. If you can't perform that specific chain, use her art's attack last because it'll charge almost 20% from that one attack. Her star gens are pretty standard, coming at 20 stars or so when using her buster and quicks within a brave chain. For active skills, it focuses on her crit and offensive support. Public Morals gives her a burst crit roll since her gather rate is slightly below average. With this skill active, she'll have a star weight of 534 at level 1 and 979 at level 10. The downtime is 4 turns, so it's quite long. Ideally, you want to use this when she can brave chain, hopefully with an art for that massive NP gain. Second skill can work on herself, but you can use this as support if you have a better DPS servant. The debuff removal is great since it'll get rid of any attack down, stuns, or something that may hinder your damage. You want to save this for her NP attacks or when she can crit with both busters. Either way, the effect lasts for 3 turns, so there is some flexibility. Summer Catastrophe is another great offensive support. The buff in Star Gen is great for herself since she needs the stars for her own crits rolled. This also has amazing synergy with quick focus servants like Jack, Fuma, or any other strong star generators. Since Raikou has 2 quicks herself, Dex synergy won't be a problem. All skills are good, but max out her second skill first because of her buster roll, then third since it offers good team buffs, saving her first skill for last since it's only for 1 turn, and even at level 1, her star weight far exceeds Riders. Raikou's passives are phenomenal since it increases her main command cards. Her Noble Phantasm is a single target that ignores defense with an overcharge of creating a minimum of 20 stars. This makes her an excellent star generator. If you perform an NP quick brave chain with her third skill active, she can potentially generate upwards to 40 stars. Next turn, if she has 2 or more attacks, hopefully an art for NP gain, you can use her first skill to absorb the stars she created to deal massive crit damage. So the turn before, her buster buff should have been combined with her NP attack. If she has buster attacks instead, both offensive buffs will still be in effect, leading to even more crit damage. Basically, not only is her NP meant for damage, but it's a setup for next turn as well. Honestly, the NP and skill synergy Raikou has is truly phenomenal. CE recommendations. You want to increase her buster and crit damage. I like Joint Recital more because Raikou's star weight is slightly below average and her skill is only for 1 turn. So Victor from the Moon is an option but less preferred. Besides, Recital was free and should be max limit broken. On the other hand, if you don't have Recital because you missed the event or it's not max limit broken, Victor is the better choice if you can generate stars for Raikou consistently while having a team of servants with low star weight. This works because she has 3 non-buster attacks that can crit, so increasing its damage will help a lot. Raikou's amazing star gen comes from her NP attack. Without it, it's pretty average, generating about 20 stars or so with normal attacks. Using a star gaining CE will help her crit more without relying on her NP as a setup. Use 2030 for more stars, but I also highly recommend Wolves of Mibu since it increases the performance of her main command cards, quick included, which helps with star gen. Other options would be to increase her NP and crit damage since those are her main strengths. Holy Knight Supper is better for early momentum thanks to the starting NP, while Glory is With Me is better for star gen. So it's no surprise Merlin would be recommended for a buster crit servant. The constant stars will help Raikou crit more often. She of course benefits from the attack, buster, and crit buffs he provides. Merlin also covers one of her biggest weakness, which is survivability, since Raikou has no way of dodging NP attacks. Also, the more Raikou spams her NP attack, the more stars she can cycle through, which will help when facing against break bar bosses. Your third servant should be a buster DPS as another targetable option for Raikou's buster buff, cause Merlin isn't exactly the best option. An option you could use for your third servant would be a fellow competing racer, Summer Noboo. If you saw my review on her, Noboo is basically a buster star generator. Her high hits on buster will generate a bit more stars when Raikou uses her third skill. Noboo is also a target for her buster buff. If you use Merlin as well, goddamn, it's going to rain stars because Noboo has like a mini Gardens of Avalon ability. Noboo's low star weight will also allow Raikou to crit more often, and if you want either servants to absorb the stars, they both have a star gathering skill. Maid Alter is a servant that allows you to control star weights. Being a Berserker, she doesn't have high priority, but your third servant may interfere with Raikou's star absorption, so having the option to decrease will allow Raikou to crit without wasting her own skill. As a quick focus servant, you can perform more quick chains for more stars, but Alter also has 2 buster attacks, which synergizes well with Raikou's deck. Finally, if you need immediate stars to use, Alter can create them on the spot. Paul is known for being an awesome buster supporter because she can buff buster attacks and increase crit damage, which helps Raikou. The defense debuff will increase overall damage, and her healing will help a bit since Raikou doesn't have any HP recovery skill. What you can do is chain their NPs together. Paul will debuff the enemies twice if you use her skill, then Raikou will generate a few more stars thanks to increasing her overcharge. Next turn, use Raikou's first skill for massive crit damage. Any buster servants can work with Raikou because of her damage buffs. I recommend servants who has good star gens as well, like King Hassan or Enkidu, because they are good targets for her star gen buff. My final thoughts on Lancer Raikou: she's a buster DPS servant who can offer damage buffs to your team, as well as being a burst crit servant. Raikou is also very effective as a star generator, possessing a skill and NP which helps with that role. I mentioned this before, but Raikou has amazing synergy between her skills and Noble Phantasm. You can activate her second and third skill for higher damage, then use her NP to set up her crit attack next turn. That's of course if she has her command cards available, so RNG does play a role, but this just shows how effective she is, especially against break bar enemies. She can also remove debuffs, which is helpful in general, and besides fitting specifically into buster teams, since Raikou has 2 quick attacks along with a star gen buff, she can work with quick focus servants as well, giving you more team flexibility. Finally, her NP gains are good when using her arts, which is great since she needs to use her Noble Phantasm often. That being said, NP gains are also a huge weakness. So Raikou is heavily reliant on her arts for NP gains. Sadly, she only has 1, meaning consistency goes down. Good news is that just using that 1 arts attack will charge a significant amount. Therefore, Raikou isn't reliant on Brave Chains for NP gains, unlike many other servants with similar issues. Don't get me wrong though, it'll help a lot, but it's nice to know RNG won't hurt her as bad. Another weakness is that Raikou has no survivability whatsoever, so you'll need support. Overall, Lancer Raikou is an excellent servant. She's very simple to use, so that's great for beginners, yet she's also amazing during more challenging quests, especially against breakbar bosses. President of the Shadow Disciplinary Committee is a must-have. Special thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon. So which racing team are you rooting for? I'm all in for Desert Beauty. How about you? Comment down below, I'd like to know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Fate content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. All links are in the description. Have an awesome day, everyone. Good luck on your summons. Till next time.